Let's start with origins. Where does it come from and how did it find itself in South Africa, or did it start here? Take us through it.
I think the best way to kind of break down Freemasonry or secret societies is to think about Buloi.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is, we think Buloi, black people flying, grannies in the village and whatnot. You know, it's kind of like the joke we used to make when we said Baloi Vanu, Wapara the makeup the heels.
I love that.
So it's that type of a thing.
Yeah.
But now, let's understand first what is the root direction that the devil wants is to cause someone to become a priest. He understands that there is very much you can get more done when a person is in a priestly position, because he saw that from God.
Yeah.
So if you get someone to a position where they can completely devote themselves as priest or in priesthood, you got it.
Yeah.
Because now what they can do is they can evolve the arts, magic, or practices of incantations and communing with spirits.
Yeah.
Takes complete dedication.
Yeah.
Priesthood, not this thing of wachaga, how chagwa, full time.
Full time.
So why do I mention this? It's because sometimes we are interacting with people who consult spiritism, who consult seance, who consult. That's not what we're talking about. When we talk about secret societies, we're talking about a person who has become priesthood.
Yeah.
This is important to understand. It's like a witch. They have a dedicated period. They are expected. Kabuma 12 fugwa. All of them, they all sleep before 10.
Yeah. So there's a system there.
There's a system and a discipline at it. Someone put it best and said, you know, in true witchcraft, there's no wealth. The version we see nowadays of people getting wealth using witchcraft, that's very modernized.
Yeah.
In witchcraft, they understand that wealth captures a person outside of priesthood. So
Sure.
They didn't go towards wealth. They went towards wealth in the afterlife or in the spiritual world that they have. They will tell you that they all come back. They say, oh no, I have cars in the spirit realm, what. And you're like, so you don't have those here. Yeah, it's because they know in this earth they use those things to capture people.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
So priesthood. If we understand priesthood, we can now deal with the subject matter. Let's bring it back to South Africa, or Africa in general. Sangoma.
Yeah.
We've always thought of Sangoma as, you know, consult the ancestors. No, that's a priest. It's the same thing. They are a devoted person who deals with priesthood when it comes to communication with spirits.
Yeah.
In Freemasonry, what is the goal? The goal is to get a person rank on the basis of their commitment. We call it discipleship in Christianity. First, let's understand what the roles of these secret societies is. It's to get you to priesthood. It's to get you to a point where you practice witchcraft, to a point where you can evolve in the arts, to a point where you develop.
Yeah.
You develop rituals.
Sure. Yeah.
That's why in a lot of cultism, you'll hear things like names like Aleister Crowley. Okay, why is Aleister Crowley so popular? Aleister Crowley was so devoted to sex magic, he developed rituals
for that particular magic.
In different manners and in different forms. And where did they come up? They come up as an organization called the OTO.
Yeah.
The OTO is a branch, an offshoot, an evolution of Freemasonry.
Okay, that makes sense.
So once we understand that the goal is to get you to devote yourself to spirit worship. I remember interviewing one particular lady who was a Sangoma, and she said, when you start Ebungomeni and all the spiritual practices, you don't like it. You kind of like distance yourself. I'm just going to do the bare minimums.
Yeah.
And she says you come to a place where you actually love, you are devoted to it.
Yeah.
That's where they want you. They don't want you here just just one day in a week or what. They want you full time.
Yeah.
If you peel a little what and what, that's priesthood. It claims the person to devote themselves to ritual practice to a point where, once they have you at that particular level where you are willing to participate, they know you can devote to a point where spirits now give you messages and whatnot. So people like Anton LaVey, who was the founder of the Church of Satan, they need people like that. People who love devil practice to a point where you are going to evolve rituals, write them out and send them out. Anton LaVey made praying the Lord's Prayer backwards famous. Imagine, it took someone in the 19th century to make popular the act of praying the Lord's Prayer backwards.
Sure.
So he got into spirit worship to that level. So Freemasonry comes from the rebellion of accepting darkness. So they have the square and the compass. The square and the compass are building blocks. Now, why are we using building blocks? Why are we referring to ourselves? They say in their statement, they say it's building men who build society, right? But do you really think that's the case? No,
Yeah.
they got the King James Bible on their pulpit.
Yeah.
They're hinting to something, creation. They are building a society. They are building the Tower of Babel, contrary to what God wants. Because remember, they tried to build the tower and they were confused by languages.
Yeah.
So how does then the devil now come in? He gets people to speak one language by ritual, by practice. So ritual practice is speaking one language.
Yeah.
That's the language they know they can speak and never have confused.
Yeah.
When they say, you see on TikTok, you see people saying, oh, you want to cleanse your space, take a white candle, do this. What is that? It's ritual practice. You are speaking the language of one,
Yeah.
according to them. Don't take part in those things. You're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
That's the language that they speak.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to pray? No, don't put a bowl of water here and put a white candle, 3 white candles and 1 red one. Or they'll tell you, surround yourself with candles. Don't do that.
Yeah.
There's a reason why the famous church in South Africa has a circle.
Which one is this one?
No, let's not name it.
I don't know it now. So now I don't have context.
A Limpopo church that has a circle, a black circle, and a star inside.
ZCC.
Yeah, I don't know. So if
Hey,
you know
I don't
that
know,
one,
guys. I don't know these churches.
we don't know.
Exactly.
So and it has letters inside there, and then it has why do you think they have a circle and then the star inside? When you're going to invoke a spirit, you stand in the center, you draw a circle, put your 5-point thingy. You're protected only when you step into the circle. Now, a lot of people like using something that they might see and say, okay, no, this person a Freemason. This person. 99% of the people you're talking about that they're Mason, they are not. I said 99% of the people you're talking about are not Freemasons.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the evolution.
Yeah.
As a result of wanting to keep themselves secret, very few people ever rise to that thing. You need a sponsor, and even the sponsors, you might not go as high. You might go as high as the third degree and never go that high.
What is the 3rd degree?
So basically, it's like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 of Freemasonry.
So you don't go that high because you don't have a sponsor. Is that what you say?
No, to get into the 3rd degrees, you need a sponsor.
And then
Then to get above the 4th degree going higher, that's where those things I was saying, when you are now committed to a certain level, when you now know certain things, you now, they can use you to certain levels. You're not just coming to the temple and that's about
you
it.
have to perform these rituals yourself.
Yeah.
So which I love this because it's so interesting. It's got so many layers to show people that witchcraft is not one-dimensional.
Yeah.
And all these structures. Because as you're explaining that, to me, it sounds like Geragaspir.